K-Sport. Here are the starters for Charlotte. Ball and Miller pair up as the backcourt. Miles Bridges is out there with Josh Okogie. And it's Williams in at the center position, locking down the middle. And for Indiana, Siakam at power forward with Turner in at center. Halliburton runs point with Matherin flanking him. And it's Walker in at the small forward position. We should see some great ball movement with these two teams, Grant. Fantastic group of passers on each side.
They're just so unselfish. They play for one another. You can see how it keeps the whole team involved. And I'll tell you what, I just love watching teams that can pass like this.
Great rim protection to prevent him from converting. Beautiful.
Halliburton outside. Oh, it's blocked. It deflects off the backboard. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Williams. Halliburton outside. There's a screen by Turner. Halliburton, no good. In transition, here they come. Flushes it down to finish the break.
Well, it's all about heart and hustle. Okogie gets out in transition. That's a nice finish.
Here's Halliburton. Oh, Williams with the block. Miller outside. No good with the triple. For Indiana, they've gone 0 for 3 from the floor to begin this one. The definition of a stretch five, Morris. Miles Turner. He's led the league in blocks, and he can hit a three.
And it's such a valuable asset for this basketball team. When Turner is on the floor, you've got to be aware of where he is in range. And then Miles is going to protect the rim with the absolute best of them.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Rick Carlisle and I got a chance to talk for a bit. I talked with Coach about LaMelo Ball and what he said to his guys before the game, and he said to me, I just told our guys to be active out there. LaMelo is an energetic, springy player, and we can't let him out-hustle and outwork us. LaMelo is a challenging assignment for any defense. We'll see how this unfolds, guys.
Allie, thank you. And he'll be shooting his first free throw. One thing about the Pacers, Doris, they can flat out score the basketball.
It is incredible to me, B.A., how infrequently the ball sticks. They play fast, whether in transition or in the half court. They make defenses work.
The Hornets are in the midst of a playoff drought. Their last appearance was 2015, Doris.
Yeah, B.A., that's the longest active streak in the league. Not something you love to be associated with. And listen, like other organizations, they've hit on some draft picks. They've missed on some draft picks. A lot of the problem has been injuries that have plagued this organization.
And foul on Tyrese Halliburton. That's his first foul of the game.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
For Charlotte, they've gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Here's Ball, and Ball throws it down.
Well, this is what you love about having length in the backcourt. That 6'7" frame. Go ahead and finish, LaMelo.
For 3, Matherin. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. Fast break. Here come the Hornets. Shoots from the right block. And Ball with the basket on the assist from Bridges. Ball's got 8 points.
Now, you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
And it's the Hornets' ball. They're on an 11-3 run. Here's Miller. It's stolen by Halliburton. Siakam in the post. Williams defending. Turner, no good. Hornets leading by 8. Now Ball. Give him 8 points now. And Turner with the block.
How about the reach of Miles Turner? He covers so much ground to come up with these blocks.
Offensive rebound. Pass to Halliburton. Second chance shot. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. All right, Doris, where do you think Halliburton ranks among the NBA's best point guards?
Well, he's certainly, BA, got to be near the top of the list. Number one, his vision is absolutely tremendous. He can create on the fly. As importantly to me, it's his spirit and presence, the joy he brings to the game.
There's Ball with a three. Leaps for it. And they get it back. Launches it. Here's Williams. And Williams punches it home.
And I just love how he's making the effort plays that everyone around him appreciates.
It is certainly making an impact tonight.
No doubt. On the scoreboard, in the body language of the players, you can tell which team is in complete command.
And the foul on Tyrese Halliburton. That'll be a second foul of the game. Here's Charlotte. They're on an 11-3 run. Miller outside from deep three-point range. Walker pulls down the board. Pacers trail by 7. From deep three-point land. And Indiana misses again.
I know that he has the ability and confidence to sink that shot. But better luck next time, maybe.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
And Ball gets it to go.
They're not wasting any time putting their stamp on this game. What a start.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
Now here's Halliburton. It's good from about 19 feet. Halliburton's got 5.
Wherever he's gone, the shot has followed. Halliburton perfecting his craft in the mid-range.
1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock.
They've been very effective so far. A balanced attack at its best.
On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string. This guy can do so much for you on the offensive end, and that is why his number gets called time and time again.
And Ball throws it down.
There is just such enthusiasm, such a love for the game with LaMelo. Shot after shot going down.
Three-pointer, Halliburton. That shot off. Here's Okogie. He knocks it down.
2 minutes are allowed to review the play.
Gonna look at it again. They need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
Yeah, they're going to review that shot to make sure he got it off in time, but I think it's going to count.
LaMelo Ball getting it. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. All right, guys, the Hornets enjoying a nice lead here.
Give it up for their D. They're battling, communicating, and coming up with key stops.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
Halliburton runs point with Mathurin flanking him. Siakam at power forward with Turner in at center. And it's Walker in at the 3. So that's the group out there for Indiana. Back to Miller from the arc. Yes, sir, and it's Ball with the assist that time.
Love the confidence from this young man. Miller is so quick off the catch.
Halliburton outside. There's a screen by Turner. Halliburton, the pass to Turner. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Hornets leading by 11. Ball outside. Bridges, a screen on Mathurin. Here's Ball. Ball ventures inside and converts. When you look back at the history of the league, Doris, no position has evolved more than the center.
You know, B.A., that's a tremendous point because when you look at some of the best players in the league, they occupy the 5 spot. They're asked to do so much. Defensively, protect the rim. Be able to switch out and guard smaller players on the perimeter. Now you're being asked to be able to make shots from 3. I mean, big man's got a lot of responsibility in today's game.
Ball with a head of steam. Can't cash it in from close range. Pacers trail by 10. Let's go with a 3. And it's Mathurin missing. The Hornets have got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second. Quarter 2 and about 2 minutes in. Here's Ball. Siakam pulls down the board. Indiana has gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter in the second so far. Halliburton misses.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
Outside, Williams. Bridges feeling it out a little bit. Here's Ball. And Ball throws it down.
Assisted by.
Love to see the unselfishness of Miles Bridges. Just another guy has a better shot. He's ready to move that basketball.
Halliburton outside. Pass to Mathurin. Another shot. Outside for Halliburton. Halliburton drives. And here's Mathurin. Now the Hornets moving it up.
2 minutes remaining in the first
Here's
half.
Okogie,
2 minutes.
defended by Halliburton. Ball against Mathurin. 5 to shoot. Ball passes to Okogie. With the second effort. And Ball with the layup. Ball's got 21.
Well, the quickness helps LaMelo Ball out inside right there. Just allows him to get the quick drop on the defense.
There's a screen by Turner. Halliburton outside. No good on the 3. Charlotte leading by 14. Rejected by Halliburton.
Oh, my goodness. Tyrese Halliburton twice on the pipe. Send it back defensively.
All right, guys, what do you think so far on the offensive approach for the Hornets?
They started this one on a mission to own their offensive rebounds, outworking the defense to win back the ball and get second chance shots.
The other thing they've done a great job of so far is getting offense off of their defense, forcing turnovers, then quickly converting.
Takes a 3. Williams grabs the board. Williams has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. And it's Bridges with the jam.
Wow, the opportunistic Bridges sees you falling asleep defensively. Up and over the top he goes.
Stolen by Miller. And another fast break for Charlotte. The Hornets running. And it's Bridges with the jam.
Goes to
His energy is unmatched.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
Siakam for 3. Williams grabs the board. Williams has got rebound number 11. And it's Bridges with the jam.
Well, this guy knows how to put on a show. Put Miles Bridges in the dunk contest. Did you see that?
Halliburton looking over the floor. There's a screen by Turner. Halliburton finds Turner. There's the 3. Oh, it's blocked by Williams. Now the Hornets moving it up. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Williams has got his second basket.
Their system is running smoothly, and the gap on the scoreboard is widening.
You do like that the offense is humming along. They're putting in the effort to distance themselves.
And so it's the Charlotte Hornets sitting on a comfortable 21-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their efficiency has been off the charts. They're running their sets well with patience and purpose. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. You look at LaMelo Ball in this game. He's been everywhere.
I love how effortlessly he scored. The game just comes so easy for him.
Let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
On the floor for Charlotte. Green out there with Trey Mann. Then it's Yusuf Nurkic. Then it's Williams. And it's Diabate in at the 4-man position.
Even with the score as it is, he just keeps coming at you.
Charlotte shooting their 4th attempt at the line tonight. Pacers trail by 21. Here's Shepard. Toppin left side. Fires the 3. Hornets with the rebound.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Diabate's shot is good.
Textbook pass to exploit the fast break. Gets it out ahead for the easy bucket.
And here's Bryant outside. Nails it from 3. Bryant's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Boy, no hesitation whatsoever. Thomas Bryant and catch and shoot. Go ahead, sir.
Right side man. There's the drive. And the layup falls. Man's got 5 now.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Brian, one of the great challenges of an NBA player's life is being traded. Veteran P.J. Tucker said, in 24 hours, you're playing for another team in another city, getting all of your stuff, uprooting your kids, changing schools. Your whole entire life changes in a blink. If you've never experienced it, you'd never understand. EA?
Pretty heavy stuff, Allie. Thank you. And it's hammered home by Green.
That's just a terrific pass to beat the defense up the court, and that's exactly how you move the ball in transition.
You know, if you look at the tracking stats, no one guards different positions like Grant Williams.
Yeah, those guys that can guard truly 1 through 5 are rare. Grant Williams is on that list. His versatility is incredibly impactful to whatever team he's on.
Here's Man. That one goes in. Man's got 7 points for the quarter.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
He had more than enough room to hit that. Just couldn't make it happen.
The kick out to Williams. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. And they pick up 2. Williams has got his first points of the game. On the wing, Bryant. There's the 3. Rebounded by Nurkic. The Hornets have gotten 6 of 8 shots to go and looking good since the break. Man, the pass to Green. Outside Man. Pass to Nurkic. Back to Man. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And they forced the shot clock violation. Great D.
Indiana ball.
Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have passed. With the drive, banked it in off the glass. Shepard's got 5. Charlotte leading by 23. Here's Man. Pass to Diabate. Outside, Green. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. That one on Nembhard. And when Josh Green is on the floor, you trust him to make the right decision, Doris.
Well, athletically, he can be a game changer on the defensive end. When he takes care of the ball and makes a simple play, he can be so productive. Guy is very selective when he shoots, very smart basketball player.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Pacers trail by 21. Here's Shepard. 5 points in the game. And it's Indiana scoring again. Well, the Hornets shooting has been unreal. 64% from the floor. Now here's Man. Not a lot of room. 24 seconds left to play in the third quarter here. Clock at 4. Charlotte needs to get one up in a hurry. Offensive rebound. Second shot opportunity. And the layup is good. Man's got 9 points now in the quarter.
And this is exactly what he's capable of. He finds different ways to make an impact. This time on the offensive glass.
How about the hustle on display there? That kind of effort will earn respect from everyone.
And so it's Charlotte sitting on a comfortable 21-point lead. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver, and he did just that.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. Siakam at power forward with Turner in its center. Halliburton runs point with Mathurin flanking him. And it's Walker in at the 3. That's the 5 for the Pacers.
First team foul.
Here's Halliburton. Yes! Great play by Walker to set it up.
Yeah, great work on the interior. Halliburton, easy work inside.
Here's Miller. Here he goes. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
He's a living highlight reel.
Seriously, that could end up being one of the best dunks of the year. Halliburton outside. The layup off target.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chippy.
Miller against Mathurin. Miller, the pass to Ball. Miller, a screen on Walker. Here's Ball. And Ball throws it down.
The basketball IQ is already so impressive. Love seeing LaMelo Ball get crafty in the pick and roll.
Just showing some tremendous authority controlling the boards. Love it.
Wow, what a performance. And he's not just winning with physical ability, he's winning with anticipation.
You have to show more effort defensively. Everyone knows he can do that from deep.
Well, to me, that's just inexcusable. You start to wonder how much they really want this basketball game.
For Indiana, they've gotten just 1 shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the 4th. Turner against Williams. Turner passes to Halliburton. They need this. Ball with the rebound.
Sometimes you just have an off day, and this is one of those games for him.
Over to the wing. Takes the 3. Fires in the triple. Ball's got 26.
This guy is always ready to shoot the 3. LaMelo's so confident from distance.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. Charlotte has gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc here in the 4th. Here's Miller. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Miller's got 6 in the quarter.
Yeah, I like whenever Miller uses his size to his advantage, especially down near the rim.
Halliburton misses.
Yeah, they just can't seem to end the drought no matter where they shoot it from.
And I think you can start to feel their frustration mounting. With every missed bucket, it becomes more and more desperate.
Here's Miller going inside, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
And that's how Miller can take his game to the next level, by being aggressive and attacking the basket.
Halliburton outside. Fires from deep. Again, Halliburton missing.
He needs to drive to the rim. The shot just not going.
Here's Miller. Offline with a 3.
He's got a great defensive mind. He gets good position and affects the release.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Hornets.
And the disparity in the talent was obvious by the end. Sometimes you just don't have enough ammunition to compete.
Yeah, B.A., just a total beatdown. And the next time these teams meet, I can't imagine it'll be any different.
And what a huge performance it was for LaMelo Ball.
Efficient productivity. You love what this guy has given to you on the offensive end.
Back to Turner to snap the cold streak. And then Turner with the dunk.
And this is why Miles Turner is such a high percentage scorer. You combine length, athleticism, and basketball skills. Good luck with that defense.
And Ball gets it to go.
And they knew it wasn't going to be easy to win on the road, but they've controlled the pace on this one.
And sometimes when everyone's rooting against you, it seems to bring the unit closer together. It certainly did tonight.
Here's ball. Walker pulls down the board. And so it's Halliburton with it. He brings it up for Indiana. Driving in, and he banks in the layup.
Unfortunately for them, they're still going to come up short. You wish they'd shown this kind of fight earlier.
No doubt. It felt like they were a little tight for much of the evening. Now they're in a better flow, but it may be too little too late.
Just rising up to the rim.
Man, when he gets up there, he gets up there. You know what I'm saying? There's 10 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Three-pointer Matherin. The rebound by Bridges. And so Charlotte takes this one by a big margin. To walk into enemy territory and deliver a performance like that, that says a lot about this squad.
We have here in the front court break.
Yeah, each of these teams are anchored by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
So the opening lineup for the Heat, they've got Andrew Wiggins. He's out there with Bam Adebayo. And it's Ware in at center. Here's Ware. Clock at 6. Offline with his 3. Siakam passes to Halliburton. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
An effortless finish from Halliburton. The defense has to be more aware down low.
Outside, Hero. It's stolen by Mathurin. And even 3-on-3 break. Turner with a screen for Mathurin. He takes it in, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And you see that extra gear with Mathurin. Gets him to the rim in a blink.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, DA?
Well, Kevin, Rick Carlisle gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. Now, they were raving about an opposing player, in this case, Andrew Wiggins. Coach said, I have tons of respect for Wiggins. 100% effort on both ends. Andrew can beat you scoring it, but he can also be a shutdown defender. High praise for Wiggins, the former first overall pick. Kevin?
Thanks, David. The Pacers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Nembhard, and he bangs it home with one hand.
And he just elevates and powers in the one-hander.
Textbook. Well, the Miami Heat have always been in contention, Stan, for the East, and you've worked in the organization. Why is that?
Well, look, Kevin, I'll admit to a bit of a bias here, but they have a great coach, maybe the best in the league. He's been there since 2008. That consistency and continuity really helps, and this team expects themselves to win no matter what they go through.
Here's Hero. After Indiana gets the 3. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Oh, and the touch on the interior. Hero can hit jumpers as well as capitalize in close.
Here's Halliburton. Stolen by Hero. Adebayo drives in, and Adebayo throws it down.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
Pass to
2 minutes
Adebayo.
remaining in the first 2 minutes.
Another shot. The rebound by Turner.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Halliburton right side. And once again off the mark by Indiana.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can count on him to continue missing.
Adebayo with a screen on Mathurin. Hero, and he finishes nicely on the layup. Hero's got 6 points.
More than a great jump shooter, Hero is a tremendous ball handler who can finish the drive with either hand.
Halliburton, no good.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
And Wiggins throws it down.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Halliburton outside. Floats one. It's tipped. That's tipped. Turner with the steal. And it's slammed in by Turner.
Throwing it down on that one. Turner really showing off that athleticism.
Now, Hero. Defense is right there. Going inside.
Oh, how about using the rim to get some true hang time?
You know, he just wanted to make sure the landing was softer than the takeoff. Halliburton against Hero. And it's Halliburton missing.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Yeah, they might want to draw something up here to get him something at the rim or get him to the free throw line. Sometimes that's all it takes to snap a cold streak.
Terrific concentration from Halliburton. His poise is what allows him to convert
Through the contact.
Outside, Hero. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. A good close contest so far. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Indiana.
Well, they're playing with great pace, pushing the ball up the floor and attacking before the defense can get set.
And you can't turn it over against this team. That's a recipe for disaster, and we're seeing the results of that.
And for Miami, look at who they've got out there. Wiggins is out there with Adebayo. Then it's Tyler Hero. And it's Ware in at the center, locking down the middle. Now Halliburton after Tyler Hero's three-pointer that didn't go. Halliburton against Hero. Halliburton, that's good. Halliburton's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
Here's Hero. The teardrop falls in.
Yeah, it took just enough off of it for the floater.
And at this point, Tyler Hero's used to hearing his name in just about every trade rumor that comes along, Stan. I would assume that's got to be a little disconcerting for a player.
It probably is, Kevin, but giving a lot of credit. It never seems to bother him, at least in terms of affecting his play on the floor. He still puts up big numbers. He plays with great confidence. Tyler Hero's an outstanding offensive player.
And Walker with the size and strength to straight up move you out of his way.
Adebayo with the screen on Walker. Hero, that's the sixth make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
Well, credit the screen there, springing him loose for the finish.
Good work there as it goes. Halliburton's got 11.
They just won't miss. I mean, this is incredible.
Well, as a coach, this is when you enjoy what you're watching. Your team playing well and everything just flowing.
And this is why many are high on Hero. Possesses ability to kick it up a notch and just take over.
Turner for 3. Offensive rebound. And that one is good. And the Pacers lead by 8.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, they need to pay attention to the details. Second chance points are backbreakers.
Here's Heisman. Still yet to score. Has to Ware. Here's Highsmith. He's covered by Halliburton. 5 to shoot. Fires, high post, and it's Miami with another. Pacers leading by 6. Halliburton outside. Turner with a screen for Halliburton. And Turner the bucket on the assist by Halliburton. Halliburton's got 3 assists now in this one.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Hero against Walker. Left side, Hero. That's in for his 8th bucket tonight. A hot 8 for 11 shooting so far. You know, Stan, it sometimes seems that coaches get themselves ejected on purpose to fire up their team. Am I on the right track there or not?
Well, Kevin, certainly it happens with some guys. There have certainly been guys, Gary Sloan, Don Nelson, who would do some of that.
How about you? How about you?
Now, Kevin, you know me. All I've always never tried to do was help the referees because we all just want to get to the right call, and I could help them.
You did all the time.
As much as I could, but they were not receptive.
Now, Wiggins following the three-point attempt by Tyrese Halliburton. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Pacers leading by 4. Fires from deep. That doesn't go either for Halliburton. Hero with it. Halliburton picks him up. Hero passes to Ware. Back to Hero. Good ball movement here by Miami. From deep. No good that time. Indiana's gotten cold from deep in the second quarter. Just 2 of 6 from long range. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Highsmith, guarded by Walker. Wiggins against Mathurin. Adebayo with a screen for Wiggins. Shoots over Turner. With 1 on the clock. And fouled as he went up to the dunk. Good aggressive move, and he'll shoot 2.
All stops the dunk there. The best outcome in a bad situation.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Taking 2 shots.
And Adebayo drops them both. Here's Mathurin. For 3, Siakam drills the three-pointer. Siakam's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Pacers out in front. They're up by 5. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drums, please. They're measuring up the shot.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You gotta like what Tyler Hero has done in this one.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
We'll be topping out there with Bryant. Then there's Andrew Nembhard. Then there's Shepard. And it's Neesmith in at the 3 side. So that's who Rick Carlisle starts the second half.
A good decision maker. Rozier takes and makes the shot he's comfortable with.
This league, Stan, and you've watched it and coached it for years, has the best players in the entire world. And some guys, though, can kind of be overlooked. Like Terry Rozier, for instance.
Yeah, look, here's a guy who's averaged 28 points a game. He can create offense for other people. He plays hard, was an outstanding defender early in his career. He's an important piece for any team he's on.
And what speed, and Stan, what athleticism.
Yeah, no question about it. This guy's somebody who shouldn't be under the radar.
There's no bigger play in a close game than a putback slam.
Oh, and that one's got them all hyped up. Wow.
Yes, some guys shrink in big moments, and some rise to the occasion.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
The Heat trail by 4. Here's Love. Toppin pulls it in.
That's a defender doing just enough to cause a miss on the layup.
It's tipped. Here's Bryant. Pass to Neesmith. Launches a 3. Rebound Love. Miami's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. To the paint. Now the Pacers moving it up. Here's Nembhard. Drops in the breakaway layup. Nembhard's got 7 points in the game.
No hesitation. He just takes off and takes it the distance.
Well, the best way to attack is in transition. He recognizes that.
For Rozier to be effective, that's just what he has to do. Keep moving. Don't sit back and be passive.
Toppin a screen on Rozier. Pass to Toppin. Oh, good on the 3. The Heat trail by 4. And Rozier, here we go.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
Well, it's always a big plus when you have a point guard that can attack the rim like that. Puts so much pressure on the defense.
Rozier with the ball. Now defended by Bryant.
2 minutes remaining in the
Love
third.
outside.
2 minutes.
Pass to Robinson. From downtown. Hits it from three-point range. Robinson's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Pacers have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Here's Shepard. Rozier defending. Shepard, that's good.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
The Heat trail by 4. Here's Rozier, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? Here's Hawkes. Neesmith covering. It's Hawkes with the drive. The Pacers pull it in. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And he makes that one. Shepard's got 6 here in this quarter.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Outside Robinson. From the arc. Toppin pulls it in. Toppin's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Neesmith. And he drops it in from the low post. And now a 6-point Pacer lead.
How about the feel and the awareness he had there, finding his teammate behind the defense on the break. Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
Well, it's always a big plus when you have a point guard that can attack the rim like that. Puts so much pressure on the defense.
Count that one from Toppin. The Heat trail by 7. Now Rozier. 11 points in the game. Oh, he misses the dunk. And we've got a whistle. The refs are indicating it's a transition take foul. It's going to be a shot and the ball. Indiana shooting their first free throw of the game here.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
7 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. For 3, Siakam. That one, no good. And so it's Indiana holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. The Heat trail by 8 on the floor for Miami. We've got Hero, Andrew Wiggins is out there with Bam Adebayo. And it's Highsmith in at the shooting guard. There's the screen. Pulls up, high post. Nembhard grabs the board.
I'm sure he'd like to have that back. That's a missed opportunity.
Turner with the screen for Halliburton. Outside Turner. Lets it go with the three. Doesn't go for it. And Miami shooting has just been outstanding tonight. 56% as a team in this game. Where? Good.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
Well, you know this is when they lean on him, and he delivers with a much-needed score.
Looking to end his cold spell, and Halliburton with the layup. And the Pacers lead by 7.
And I'll give this to Halliburton. He's been in attack mode all night.
It's Hero with the drive. Comes up empty down low. And Indiana shooting the ball really well in this game, 58%. And Tyler Hero gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. And we'll have a timeout called by Eric Spoelstra. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. Jaime Jaquez, he's checked in for Miami. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
During that break, Eric Spoelstra had some words for his team. His emphasis was for more effort on the defensive end. He said, we have to do a better job of communicating and helping each other out. They're getting too many easy looks. Let's make it hard on them. Well, they're going to have to if they're going to slow down the hot shooting of their opponent.
Thanks so much, David. Pass to Adebayo. There's a screen. Latrey. And the Heat. Another three.
Exceptional shooter across the floor. Adebayo has a huge presence with the ball.
Halliburton drives in, and he banks in the layup. Halliburton's got 6 here in this quarter.
And coming down the stretch here, both teams still on fire.
Yeah, in hopes that your opponent is just going to go cold. That's not going to happen, it doesn't look like in this one. This might go down to whoever has the last possession.
We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Siakam outside. Shot clock at 6. Over in the corner, Turner for 3. And it's Miami with the rebound. Ware's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. We're in the final quarter of play here, 3 minutes in. Nembhard with it. On the wing, Turner. Buries the long-range jumper. Turner's got the lead up to 11 now for the Pacers. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Pacers.
Well, all you can ask for is your guys to be really active on D, and they've been more than that tonight.
And one other thing they have done well has been scoring in transition, looking to run whenever they can.
Here's Halliburton. Outside Mathurin. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
And one of the better athletes in his draft class, Mathurin, with quick lift off the floor and then the power to hammer it home.
There's right side to end the run, and they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end.
Ooh, he put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time. Here's Halliburton. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. That one on Jaquez.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, and at this point, the focus is take care of the ball, no needless fouls, and no threes.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for the Pacers.
This was a physical game.
Yeah, I mean, they were aware of the rotations defensively and were able to attack the rim.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Tyrese Halliburton.
Well, offensively, they needed him to be aggressive, and he delivered. What a game.
Here's Jaquez. Ahmad covering. Three-pointer. Jaquez with the bucket. They can burn some clock if they want to.
And get a little breather as well.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Here's Halliburton. And Ware pulls it down. Wiggins outside. So no problem for Indiana as they get the win. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference.
Sign up for the business. Visiting Miami.
Grant. Looking at these two teams, my attention is drawn to the front court matchup.
Oh, yeah, this should be a battle on the baseline. Great to watch skilled bigs trade blows and show off what they can do down low.
And let's check Miami's starting lineup. Bam Adebayo is out there with Andrew Wiggins. Then there's Tyler Hero, and it's Ware in at the center position. Ooh, nice shot by Miller.
Yeah, I like whenever Miller uses his size to his advantage, especially down near the rim.
Now Hero. Adebayo sets a screen, goes up with the strike. Hero with the bucket.
And the defense knows that Hero can get that jumper working from just about anywhere.
Okogie on the wing. And the shot goes down.
The defensive effort was lacking a bit, but hey, give him credit for finding a weakness there.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
All no good. And it's Miami's ball. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Coach Charles Lee. We chatted about strategy against Andrew Wiggins, and Coach put it simply. He said, quote, "We just got to stay on him at the arc on the inside. We can't let him give our defenders a slip." So the defense is going to try to stay as glued to the nimble Wiggins as possible for this one.
Thank you for that, Allie. Knocks down the long J.
And Ball makes the intelligent play, using the tried and true pick and roll to create an opening.
Hero left side. Second chance effort. It's deflected. Miller outside. Pass to Bridges. Ball against Hero. And Ball with the basket on the assist from Bridges.
Yeah, inside Ball has to rely on his agility. That's how he finds his way to close-range looks.
And Brent, the Heat always looking to compete year in, year out.
Well, for good reason. This team takes a lot of pride in giving themselves a chance every year, and the way the front office conducts their business is they believe they can put together the type of roster that is going to go out there and take care of things to put them in position to be successful.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Here's Ball. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Ball's got 7.
And I love how Ball will fight for it, getting around that inside physicality.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Hero outside. There's a minute 54 left to play in the first quarter. And the rebound goes to Charlotte.
Now that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
Fast break Miami. Here's Highsmith. Here's Adebayo. Okogie pulls down the board.
Yeah, can't see why he missed that one there. The D's close, but looks like plenty of room.
Here's Miller. Drops in the 3. Miller's gotten his second bucket.
I love this approach. getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
Now here's Hero. Here's Ware. No good from outside. Bridges with it. Hero picks him up. Pass to Williams.
Heat foul. Khalil Ware. First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Ball. 7 points in the game. And Ball throws it down.
You know you're doing something right when you find yourself up double digits in the first period.
Well, dominant so far. That's the responsibility of the starters. Now let's see if everybody else who plays in this game makes the same kind of high-level contributions.
So it's Miami now, following the bucket by the Hornets. Offensive board. Pass to Highsmith. Ball with a steal. Fast break. Here come the Hornets. Nice shot by Okogie. Okogie's got 6.
They've controlled the paint so far. That's been the difference.
Yeah, the bully ball tonight has paid dividends. Highly effective down there with the physical play.
Hero with the bucket.
And that time, Tyler Hero just so quick on the pull-up. Defense could not recover.
Now here's Ball. He's got 9. On the take, and Ball throws it down.
Building a big advantage early with a terrific all-around performance.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add 2 ingredients. One would be playing smart. The other one, playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
LaMelo Ball getting it done for Charlotte. 11 points in the quarter. He's on fire. We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Hornets?
In the early goings, their effort level has been exceptional. They're speeding around the defense and opening up options with good penetration.
Yeah, getting to the inside is really important, but it's how close you can get to the basket. It feels like these guys are all around the rim in their attack tonight.
And let's take a look at Miami. Andrew Wiggins is out there with Bam Adebayo. Then there's Tyler Hero, and it's Ware in at the 5. Now here's Hero. 9 points in the game. Stripped it away. Now the Hornets moving it up. Here's Okogie. He's got it. 4 for 4 now. He's automatic.
This is intelligent basketball. Forcing a turnover and then immediately starting the fast break.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Here's a great quote from Coach Eric Spoelstra, who said, "The Miami Heat culture is a system based on discipline and hard work. We stand for something. That's competition. That's winning. We feel that there's a championship DNA that you can develop." And Brian, they walk the walk.
One of the great organizations in the league, Allie. Now here's Wiggins. Adebayo in the post. Guarded by Miller. And Adebayo slams it in.
And for Bam, it doesn't get any easier than that.
Ball left side. Pass to Bridges. Miller outside. Bridges, a screen on Wiggins. Miller, the pass to Bridges. Adebayo grabs the board. Heat trail by 10. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Top of the key. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. Williams has got his 4th rebound in this one. You know, he's 6'9". Brent, would you call Bam Adebayo a small ball center?
If you were standing in front of him, B.A., would you do that? I don't know if I want to do that. I want to ask Bam what he wants to be called. Whether it's center or forward, it doesn't really much matter. This guy can play both ends of the floor and can dominate a game. He's got great strength, great length, and continues to grow his game. And Tyler's got to love that when he has a chance to rise up.
Charlotte leading by 11. Ball looks over the floor. Out to Bridges. Outside, Williams. 5 on the clock. Here's ball, plenty of space. He gets it. He's 7 for 8 and really going at him out there.
I like how aggressive LaMelo has been tonight. I mean, just looking for his shot consistently.
Wiggins from long range. Oh, Wiggins! Bullseye with the 3.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Here's ball, and he'll take a trip to the line for 2. Clearly got fouled on that shot. Well, Grant, with all the parity and competition in the league today, there's still those teams piling up losses.
Yeah, B.A., and with teams like the Thunder excelling, it's almost like youth is no longer an excuse. But some rebuilds take longer than others.
Here's Highsmith. He's scoreless. Wiggins outside. Beyond the arc. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. Miller outside. Out to Bridges. Good work there as it goes. And the Hornets lead by 14.
And that's what you get from Brandon Miller. I mean, he can really whip passes there around the court.
Here's Hero. Okogie pulls down the board. Charlotte has gone 3 of 5 from the perimeter in this game. Miller, the pass to Ball. 50 seconds left in the first half of this one. And down it goes. 2 points. Ball's got 8 points in the quarter.
What a gentle shot by Ball. Not overpowering with his release.
And the basket by Highsmith.
Of all the action happening there, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
The kick out to Williams. Ball outside. Bridges outside. Pass to Miller. Bridges, a screen on Wiggins. Miller off target from outside. Heat trail by 14. He's all alone. Ooh, Wiggins with the speed.
Good effort as Andrew Wiggins gets out on the break, running the floor, and a strong finish.
Miller on the wing. From downtown, knocks down the triple. Miller's got 8 points.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
And so it's Charlotte liking their chances, ending the quarter with a 15-point lead. Building this lead up in large part because of how well they're shooting it. Back after this.
Ready for the fan half-court shot drum line. And measuring up the shot.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You look at LaMelo Ball in this game. He's been everywhere.
Yeah, he played such a smart first half, maximizing his opportunities offensively.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
We've got Green. He's out there with Trey Mann. Yusuf Nurkic is out there with Williams. And it's Diabate in at the power forward position. So that's the group out there for Charlotte. And that one's good, man.
And he wastes no time coming out of the break.
Heat trail by 15. Rozier from outside. Rebounded by Nurkic. On the wing man. Bounded by Rozier. Man, the pass to Green. Williams from long range. Here's Diabate. Jaquez covers. Williams from long range. Kept alive. Outside man. Goes back up. Takes it inside. He can't get it to go. And it's Jaquez with the ball for Miami. Outside for Rozier. Takes a 3. Doesn't go that time. Hornets leading by 15. Here's Green. Uses the glass on the layup.
You're not going to get stops against him unless you give an effort.
Miami has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Rozier outside. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. No, stopping him there. Jams it in, and he's fouled. An opportunity and a three-point play. That one on man. Miami shooting their first free throw of the game here.
And when you look at Rozier, such a fantastic scorer, a gear-shifting, talented guard who continues to improve.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
The NBA is focused on the next generation. Commissioner Adam Silver said a lot of top draft picks are incredibly skilled, but that doesn't necessarily translate to being team basketball players. There's an opportunity for us to be more active participants in developing younger players and getting kids active. PA?
One step ahead, Allie. Thanks. Nurkic attacking. Man, the pass to Williams. And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
Yeah, a quick little lean like that is going to get the ref's attention. Foul call.
To the inside. It's stolen by Green. All alone on the break. His man finished off the break. Man's got 7 points here in the quarter.
Did you see that? I mean, going right to the rim. That's how you finish in the open floor.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
Now here's man.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
1:57 left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Off the mark there with a three.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him. And that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
Such a quick player. I mean, Rozier is a wizard in the open floor.
Charlotte leading by 15. Man with it. And that's Love picking him up defensively. Man, the pass to Nurkic. They set the pick. Knocked away. Pass to Diabate. Nurkic inside. Love's there. Here's Diabate. Here's Nurkic. Tries again. And that's 2 points on the layup. And the Hornets lead by 17.
Such a big body down there. Nurkic battling.
Rozier gets the bucket. Rozier's got 11 points here in the second half.
Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
Here's Green. Shoots over Robinson. And there's Green on the assist from Williams.
Pulling no punches, attacking the heart of that defense.
Robinson for three. Not going to go that time. The Hornets have gotten 6 of 10 shots to fall in this third quarter. Outside man. Puts up a deep three. From beyond the arc and then some. Man's got 10 points.
He's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open three when he's got it.
Here's Jovic. No points yet. Outside Robinson. The three ball. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. It'll count. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. And so it's Charlotte. They have a confident 20-point lead right now. It hasn't taken them too many shots to get their points. And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Charlotte leading by 20. On the floor for Miami starting the fourth quarter. They've got Bam Adebayo. He's out there with Andrew Wiggins. And it's Ware in at the 5.
The defense leaves an opening and Ball exploits it. I mean, he can be so sudden.
Bridges with it. Hero picks him up. Down low. Here's Okogie. Nice dish, and the layup goes down. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Hornets.
Their defensive intensity has served them well. It kept the offense scrambling and resulted in several steals.
And all game long, they've been finding blocks. Their focus on strong rim protection has helped stifle the opposing team's offense.
Ball outside. Rebound Miami. Ware's got 4 rebounds now. And for Miami, they're shooting around 44%. Not bad. Pass to Adebayo. Launches it. Pure from three-point range.
Man, bigs like Adebayo got to drain shots to keep the defense honest. Nice to see him working on that part of his game.
Bridges misses.
Got the ball where he wanted it, but then got swarmed.
Here's Highsmith. Oh, it's blocked by Williams. Here's Ware. And it's the Hornets on the break. Here's Miller. The rebound by Ware. Ware's got his 5th rebound in this one. Hero from way outside. Here's Adebayo. Soft touch off the glass. Adebayo's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Just doesn't feel like Bam Adebayo is 6'9". He covers so much ground.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Brandon Miller. That's his first foul.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
Up top, Hero. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. Okogie's got his 4th rebound in this one. To the middle. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Not getting old here. Seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
Here's Hero. Oh, Williams with the block. Ball outside. For 3. Oh, that was pure. He's got another one. Now 10 for 12.
Fearless from beyond the arc. LaMelo has unlimited range and tremendous confidence. And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Yeah, the big man not going to slow him down from getting that deuce.
Ball passes to Bridges. Back to Ball. Here's Okogie.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
It's good. And the assist that time from Ball.
If you get any space, LaMelo will find you. So be ready.
Now here's Hero. Defense is right there. And he converts the layup.
When you use it right, the pump fake's as effective a move as there is.
And Ball gets it to go.
And it only makes sense to give him the rock again. He put the team on his back all game.
Yeah, he's feeling it. Keep feeding him until he misses.
Charlotte's gone 7 of 14 from the perimeter in this one. They get it again. Miller, the pass to Williams. Miller outside. Clock at 6. Driving to the basket. And that one is stuffed right through.
And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Hornets.
Pretty clear who the better team was today. They dominated in just about every phase of this game, Grant.
B.A., it's almost hard to think what didn't go well for them. Their plan, their execution, everything was absolutely on point.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for LaMelo Ball.
Just knows how to fill it up, and that's exactly what he did tonight. Nobody that they assigned to him could really get a handle on him.
And where was this type of effort earlier in the game? Unfortunately, this run will be all for nothing.
Consistency definitely is a key to some of the playoff performing teams, and tonight they just did not find it in this contest.
Ball against Adebayo. Second chance shot. The rebound by Ware. Adebayo in the post. Pounded by Ball. Adebayo, that's good.
Well, if this is a physical contest, Adebayo's going to win out.
The teardrop. He gets it in there.
Impressive job by this team. And you really can't discount the impact of this crowd here.
Awesome to see their output tonight, trying to urge their team on. And That can always help. That home advantage of home fans getting you going, fully on display here.
Hero with it. And so Charlotte takes this one by a big margin. Well, this might not have been the most competitive game we've ever seen, but you've got to appreciate their masterful performance.
to the NBA. Here's the start. Group for the Indiana Pacers. Halliburton in the backcourt. Nembhard to his side. Siakam is the 4, and he'll be next to Turner at the 5. And it's Mathurin in at the small forward position. And for the Hornets, the guard spots filled in by Ball and Miller. Mark Williams is out there with Miles Bridges. And it's Okogie in at the 3 slot.
And you have to be impressed with Siakam's length, especially when you see him put it to use defensively. Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Now, here's Halliburton. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. Out of bounds, Indiana takes possession. After exploding onto the NBA radar in 2019, Siakam Clark has been a sure thing on offense.
Well, you know what you're going to get from Pascal Siakam. I mean, whether it's in the open floor or in the half-court sets, he's a guy you can count on delivering when you give him the ball in those situations. His offense never takes a night off. Halliburton's quickness and agility really makes him hard to deal with, especially when he's in close like that.
Ball surveying the defense. Lets it go from the wing. And it's Halliburton with the rebound.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
It's Nembhard on the wing. No good on the triple. The Hornets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Here's Okogie. Nails the baby hook.
That is how you use the shot fake, folks.
Indiana's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Halliburton outside. Siakam outside. And out of bounds as the Hornets gain possession. For Charlotte, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Here's Miller driving the lane.
And Miller moves well for a guy his size and finds the shot there off the drive.
Nembhard, the pass to Mathurin. Sinks the three-pointer.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And it's Ball penetrating. And Ball slams it in.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
Clark with the Hornets, they were hit with injuries as hard as any team in the NBA in the 23-24 season.
Kevin, I couldn't agree with you more. They were so unfortunate in that regard, and it's not anything you can control, and it made it almost impossible for them to have a productive season because of those injuries.
Miller with a wide open look. Hits the three-point bomb. Miller's got 7 points in the game.
And this is where Miller continues to improve, creating off the dribble.
Halliburton for 3. And once again off the mark by Indiana. Hornets lead by 6. Executing to perfection right now offensively.
I mean, in total sync. Good luck trying to stop him now.
And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. Indiana shooting their first foul shot of the game. Clark, these Indiana Pacers play at one of the quickest paces of any team in the NBA.
Yeah, I love the fact that it's quite fitting considering The nickname, Indiana Pacers, and they do set the pace. They love to push that rock, and they do it relentlessly. Catching you before your defense can get set. It's a beautiful way to play. Tell you what, though, you got to be in great shape to make it work.
Williams finds Miller. Back to Williams. And it's slammed in by Williams.
And not just the score. Miller can dish it as well, showing great vision on that play.
Siakam against Bridges. And Siakam is good for three.
And that's just too much space to give a shooter like him. He works to get open, but the defenders have to work harder to nullify that.
Now, here's Ball. Miller at the elbow. Six to shoot. And it's Miller with the jam.
And this is what you like about Miller. Has great range from three, but he can also make tough shots in traffic.
Here's Halliburton. Turner with a screen for Halliburton. Here he goes. It's deflected. Mathurin against Ball. And it's good for two.
You know, possessing outstanding height at his position, Ball excels at using that size and his body control to convert through contact.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
And he was dialed in at the line a season ago, 87% from the line.
Yeah, that's a great asset to have, guys, for any team. Coming down the stretch in close games, you've got a guy who's confident and very good at the line. When he steps up there, you feel good about it.
And so it's Ball who brings the ball up for Charlotte. They have a 9-point lead. Miller outside. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Miller's got 12 in the game.
And with his diverse game and 6'9" frame, Brandon Miller can score in bunches. And on nights like tonight, it's really hard to get someone to match up with him.
And so it's Brandon Miller making highlights for the Hornets. That quarter had a And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. Looking at what we've seen from the Hornets, pretty much in control here, it would appear.
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, and you know, when a team establishes an edge on the glass early, it really sets things up for the rest of the game.
On the court for Indiana, Siakam is the 4, and he'll be next to Turner at the 5. Halliburton in the backcourt, Nembhard to his side. And it's Mathurin in at the small forward. Pacers trail by 12. One thing you know you're going to get from Bridges, he can really score.
That has never been a problem for him. He's always been able to put it in the basket. He's got a really good feel and stays in attack mode when he's on the offensive end.
Here's Ball, following the score by Tyrese Halliburton. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
First personal foul.
And the league giving a bit more leeway, GA, to defenders. As a hard-nosed defender yourself, I'm sure you like that change.
Oh, I do. I mean, we all love the intensity of playoff basketball. So why not bring a certain level of physicality to the regular season?
Miller with the ball. Mathurin picks him up. Down low. Out to Bridges.
You have got to be kidding.
Hey, talk about taking things into your own hands.
Yeah, he wanted credit for the basket and the assist on that one.
Siakam for 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. Siakam's got 6.
And the work ethic of Siakam, he's always making the effort to find looks out there.
Ball with the bucket.
For real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope. His only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points.
Hey, I thought there was some style there, guys. What are you guys looking at? I mean, it was still a pretty sweet, flavorful one-hand flush.
For the finish. It's rebounded by Tyrese Halliburton. Takes a 3. Goes back up. Siakam finds Mathurin. Here's the three. The Hornets pull it in. Williams has got 7 rebounds in the game. Outside Mathurin, all alone. And good as it just snugs right down through the net. Hornets leading by 10. Looking at the Hornets, Greg, they're still in pursuit of their first trip to the NBA Finals.
And Kevin, I hope it happens soon because their fan base deserves it. They've stuck with this team through some difficult years. It's about time they get rewarded.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. The NBA's 65 games requirement for postseason awards has drawn some criticism. But Adam Silver says, ultimately, this is about the fans and putting the best product forward. Load management was not working for us. This is having the desired effect, and guys are out on the floor. Kevin?
Yeah, they want to be on the floor, right? Keep them tuning in. Good stuff, D.A. Thank you. Fast break now for Charlotte. Miller kicks to Williams. Miller surveying the floor. Pass to Okogie. Charlotte needs to get a shot. Bridges misses. Pacers trail by 9. Halliburton outside. 1:02 left in the first half. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Rejected by Halliburton. Miller, the pass to Bridges. Ball up top. Second chance shot, and the layup is up and in. Ball's got 14 points.
Ball showing a lot of effervescence on the offensive end, and it's probably infectious for the rest of his squad.
And he comes up with the deuce.
If you allow him to get that close, you deserve to get scored on.
Hornets leading by 9. Outside, Ball. Out to Miller. Back to Ball. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Second personal foul.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
Ball hits them both.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
He dents the rim with a two-handed slam. Wow.
Miles.
He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam.
I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
And the first half is now. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Man, we're seeing a tremendous game from LaMelo Ball.
And he's shown just how adept he can be at creating contact and then cashing in at the line.
Well, you know, in that first half, it was a common occurrence. He got to the strike time and time again.
Josh Green is out there with Trey Mann. Then it's Williams. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic. And it's Diabate in at the 4 spot. So that's the lineup for Charlotte. Topping with it. Now Green defending. That shot wide open.
And he's been passive today, but maybe that's what he needs to get him going, because for them to be successful, he's got to be a little more selfish.
Clark, when you think of siblings who have played in the NBA, the Lopez brothers, and now the Toppin brothers come to mind.
Can only imagine how cool a feeling that is to be able to play in the NBA with your brother. It's a dream come true for anybody to get to the highest level of pro basketball. And then to have a couple of players from the same family doing it together? Come on, man. Doesn't get any better than that.
And if you're just joining us, we've played over a minute here in the third. Pass to Williams. Back to man. There's a screen by Williams. Man gets the bucket. And it's an 11-point Hornets lead.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on.
Here's Nurkic. Bryant with the rebound.
Boy, that's a look he has to finish, and he knows it. Blown opportunity.
Here's Neesmith. Sinks it from just inside the baseline. Neesmith has got 4 points now in the quarter. Tries the spin move. Here's man. Stolen by Walker. Oh, and here comes Walker all alone. And Walker throws it down hard.
Oh, forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend.
And how? Brilliant throwdown.
Exercising his authority.
Here's man. Good. Great play by Green to set it up. Man's got 7.
And just no excuse, guys, for leaving a shooter like him open beyond the arc.
Charlotte leading by 10. The kick out to Williams. And it's off from three-point range. Fast break. Here we go. It's stolen by Green. On the wing, man. He has 7. Drills it from outside.
Really nice job moving the ball around that time, picking apart that defense.
Here's Toppin. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
Good on the second free throw. Charlotte's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Man passes to Williams. Over in the corner, Green. Williams has a screen for Green. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Back to Williams. Pass to man. Fires the 3. That shot, no good.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
And with that, the Hornet lead is cut down to 10 on the bucket from Walker.
And the defense no factor, which is why he simply laid it in.
Over in the corner, Green. 1:06 left to play in the third. Here's man. It's rebounded by Indiana.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Shot's good by Walker.
And the defense scattered all over the place on the break. Nice job finding the wide open 3.
Man gets the bucket. Man's got 12 points here in the second half. Pacers trail by 9. Here's Shepard. And they recover it. On the wing, Walker. He's guarded by Williams. They get it back. Bryant. The 3. He doesn't hit that one.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then because his shot making is not happening right now.
Man gets the bucket.
Major dominance, and it comes so easily for him. Fantastic at getting to his spots on the floor.
Into the lane and finished off by Shepard.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Yeah, you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
And so it's Charlotte going in. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter fire for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. And a look at the five for the Pacers to start the fourth quarter. The perimeter pairing with Nembhard and Mathurin. Siakam is the 4, and he'll be next to Turner at the 5. And it's Halliburton in at the point guard. And finished off by Halliburton.
Great speed displayed that time by Tyrese Halliburton. Went right to the rack when he saw the gap in the defense.
Yeah, clearly he hadn't established his position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
And the layup's good off the glass. Hornets leading by 8. Ball with a wide open look. There's the triple. That's his 6th field goal today, and that makes him now 6 for 11.
Defense must honor Ball's three-point shot. He's more than ready to snipe away if you give him the opportunity to do so.
Siakam for 3. Rebound by Okogie. Charlotte has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Miller, no up. Pacers trail by 11. And Siakam has it in the corner. Launches it. Hands it from downtown.
Yeah, you got to get out on that. Siakam demonstrating that ability to hurt you from beyond.
Nembhard the pass to Turner. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. LaMelo Ball picks one up.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
There's Miller with the 3. It's good. The assist that time from Ball. Ball's got 3 assists in the game. And there's the call on Mark Williams. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
Personal foul. 2nd team foul.
And so it's Indiana with it. 8-point game. Here's Ball. Shoots the 3. Pacers with the rebound. Siakam's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. It's Turner, high post. Mathurin against Miller. 2 points. That one goes.
What a motor. Mathurin can go all night, and he has. What a performance.
There's Miller with the 3. Scores the bucket. He's 7 for 11 and continues to look good.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
And a wide open look for Siakam. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Siakam's got 6 points in the quarter. And it's Ball that time on the assist from Williams. And the Hornets lead by 8.
Boy, that's a nice effort from Ball in the paint that time, working hard to find a way to get that shot off.
And finished off by Halliburton.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, He really does put pressure on him.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
Bridges against Siakam. Out to Turner. And there are the Pacers with another bucket.
Boy, Turner's really good at picking the defense apart, especially with the catch-and-shoot jumper.
Now, here's Ball. Not a lot of room. Fires the 3. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Williams. 1:16 left in the fourth quarter. Left side, Halliburton. There's the drive. Williams with the block. Here's Ball. Good, nice job down low. Ball's got 9 points here in the second half. All right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for Charlotte.
They've been active defensively.
And so the coach's challenge here comes into play.
Shooting for the Pacers, Tyrese Halliburton.
More difficult calls to make.
The play will
Personal
be
fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Gets the first, and that narrows the gap to 7. Halliburton hits them both.
Wow, coming through for his team at the line and cutting this down to a very tight game.
Bridges sets the screen for Miller. It's rebounded by Indiana.
Look at him, and he's a little hit and miss from there, even without a defender in his face. No guarantee.
A putback, it falls! And now they trail by just 4.
Proving he has the clutch DNA. Love seeing Turner up his game during these big possessions.
No time to waste on this possession.
Got to go right up with it and then foul immediately.
Williams. 3rd personal foul. 4th team foul.
Right on the first, and that narrows the lead down to just 3. All free throws good from Turner.
He's basically automatic from the line, not the guy you want to send there now.
Basket here, and this game may be all over.
Yeah, but the main priority, Kevin, has to be taking care of the basketball and using the front. And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Oh, and there's the foul. It's on Josh Okogie. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. He drops the first one, and that narrows the lead down to just 3. And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there.
If he hits all of those, they're filled.
Watch out below. Come on, going down.
Oh, that is just unreal. Is this the dunk contest, or are we actually playing a real game?
No, this one counts, Greg. Believe me.
My
But confidence to attempt that alley-oop to himself.
Well, he couldn't help himself. Couldn't resist. That really was a spectacular play.
So it's Charlotte picking up the win. Probably a little closer than that.
Nembhard and Mathurin, they're the wings. And it's Halliburton in at the point guard position. And for Miami, Hero and Jaquez Jr., they man the backcourt. Bam Adebayo is out there with Andrew Wiggins. And it's Ware in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. All right, Doris, how about teams like these who can really run their offense through their bigs?
BA, over the years, one of the things I've heard from coaches quite often is how effective a three-tool big man can be. When you can drive it, pass it, shoot it, score it, do all the things they can, it changes the geometry of the floor.
Now here's Halliburton, and here's Turner from the arc. Drills it from deep.
Well, you just love how Miles Turner goes right up with it, right? No hesitation, catch and shoot.
Hero outside. No good on the shot. Nice D from Nembhard. And here's Mathurin. He'll bring it up for the Indiana Pacers. Turner passes to Mathurin. Out to the wing. Siakam against Adebayo. Adebayo with the rejection.
Oh, gotta be cautious when Adebayo is in the area, showing once again that he's a legitimate shot-blocking threat.
Jaquez against Halliburton. Jaquez drives in. Oh, a nice one-handed slam right there.
And a solid pick to free him up for the dunk.
Boy, the timing there couldn't be any better.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
A superb scorer and a talented distributor. Tyrese Halliburton is exactly the type of point guard every team would love to have.
Well, Grant, the Miami Heat are as professionally run as any franchise in this league.
Yeah, and certain numbers point to that. They minimize turnovers, they don't commit cheap fouls, and they hit their free throws. So, in other words, they don't give anything away.
Three-pointer Mathurin. That one doesn't drop. For Miami, they've gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. They get the rebound. And the shot's good by Wiggins.
Well, a spectacular athlete is Andrew Wiggins, and when he's got a chance to get in space and transition, forget about it.
Turner, a screen on Jaquez. Halliburton, the pass to Turner. Back to Halliburton. Pass to Siakam. 4 on the clock. Takes a 13-footer. Wiggins knocks it loose.
Well, using every bit of that 7-foot wingspan, Wiggins airmailing it back.
The Heat have gone 3 of 6 from the floor. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Well, Eric Spoelstra had a few moments to share with me. I asked him if there was a plan in place to slow down Halliburton, and Coach joked, hey, if a plan existed, somebody smarter than me would have come up with it. Tyrese impacts the game in too many ways for us to neutralize. We just need to do what we can to make life difficult for him.
Great work, Allie. Thanks.
Well, we're talking about a guard who's got some bounce. Tyrese Halliburton with the hops.
And the call will be against Tyler Hero. That's his first foul of the game.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
First team foul.
Halliburton with the ball. He's got 5. There's a screen by Turner. Halliburton goes. Rebound by the Heat. Just under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the first quarter. Adebayo with it. Siakam covering. Adebayo against Halliburton. The kick out to Wiggins. From behind the arc. Drains the triple. Wiggins got 5.
This guy gets up in the air so smoothly. Andrew Wiggins, a nice foundation for that shot.
At 6'9", Bam Adebayo is on the shorter side of centers. Yet he is elite defensively, Grant.
He's been top 5 in Defensive Player of the Year voting a bunch of times. Bam has an incredible motor, a great IQ, and he's a switchable big. That's huge in today's game.
Halliburton for 3. Siakam controls the rebound and the putback. 5 points in the game.
Well, Pascal Siakam showing you I can do a little bit of everything. You need an offensive rebound, a second chance opportunity, willing to do what it takes.
Now here's Adebayo. Yet to see a basket. Counted from distance. These teams just feeling each other out.
Yeah, I love the spirit out there. Already 6 lead exchanges.
And the dunk by Halliburton.
Are you serious? That is some power from a point guard.
Oh, I love backcourt players with some ups.
We know versatility is huge in this game. Just a tremendous job finishing that play. Wow.
Here's Hero. After the basket by Indiana on the other end. Shot clock at 5. Wiggins looking around. The putback. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
A tireless worker at both ends. Adebayo imposing his will that time on the offensive glass.
It could go. And that's not going to go. And so both teams trading buckets as we end the first. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in this second quarter. Let's quickly break down what we've seen from the Heat.
Well, a big differentiator was their ability to generate offense by pounding the glass.
I love the determination. They want to go after every rebound out there and overwhelming to the opposition right now.
Hero and Jaquez Jr., they man the backcourt. Andrew Wiggins is out there with Bam Adebayo. And it's Ware in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the group in the game for the Heat. Ware, that's good.
Trading the lead back and forth, neither side is willing to back down.
And right now you love the chess match, right? The ability of each side to adjust to what the other is doing.
Now here's Halliburton. 9 points in the game. Back to Turner.
Heat foul. Ware. Second personal foul. First team foul.
Heat on D. Turner, a screen on Jaquez. Here's Halliburton. The finish inside from Halliburton.
Yeah, give Halliburton credit for staying with the play. You've got to be able to fend off that defense and still finish.
Halliburton against Jaquez. Wiggins outside. Adebayo sets a screen. Wiggins down low. He's covered by Matherin. They set the screen. 6 to shoot. Jaquez against Turner. Jaquez no good. The Pacers have got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second. Halliburton for 3. Up again. It's good on the putback. Siakam's got 7.
How about the anticipation and the timing there? He is all over it.
Matherin against Wiggins. Grant, we know non-shooting big men can clog the paint, but if they know where to move off the ball, that certainly helps.
Yeah, you know, big men who know those circle actions, like flashing to the open spot when their man gives help, they often end up with easy looks inside.
Now here's Halliburton. 11 points in the game. This one for 3. Turner, no good. The Heat with the lead, and we've got a whistle. He was fouling with a purpose. And in that spot, in that situation, it's got to be a transition take foul. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Heat.
Yeah, their early focus on outside scoring has paid off. They're finding plenty of points from three-point land.
I think the other thing they've done a great job of is making their presence felt inside, converting tons of paint opportunities.
Now here's Jaquez. He's got 5. And it's in there. And now a 4-point Heat lead. And here's Halliburton. He'll bring it up for Indiana. From the arc. Boom! Making it look easy. Halliburton.
And just one of those nights for Tyrese Halliburton. He's kept his foot on the accelerator, and he's putting it to the defense.
Here's Hero. He's off on that one. Nice D from Nembhard. The Pacers have gone 4 for 7 in the second quarter. And certain guys are just solid with what they do. Doris, I think that applies to Andrew Nembhard.
Yeah, I think it does, B.A., because whenever he's out there, there's the steadying presence he brings. And that is while competing at a high level on the defensive end. His competitive toughness might be his best attribute.
Miami has gone 4 of 6 from three-point range thus far. Hero, the pass to Adebayo. Off target from three-point range. Indiana has gone just 1 of 5 so far this quarter from 3. And there's a pick. Siakam for 3. Jaquez grabs the board. Miami has gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the second.
That's just perfect execution. Nice job hustling, and as a result, he gets rewarded with the bucket.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
Now here's Halliburton. Turner finds Siakam. Siakam with a screen on Hero. The shot by Nembhard, no good. Miami leading by 3. Wiggins outside. Whoa, Wiggins with feeling.
Andrew Wiggins simply skies to finish that shot.
Pass to Siakam. Here's Turner. The 3. The rebound by Ware. Adebayo against Halliburton. That one drops. 3 for 6 now.
And they're building on their lead, doing whatever they can to blow this game open.
One of the things they're doing is identifying favorable matchups and then going at them.
Halliburton. And the dunk by Halliburton.
And just a great screen.
And they got a high-powered finish out of it.
And my question is, where was the help? Someone rotate over and challenge.
Adebayo from long range. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And a pretty tightly contested game. Thank you, Allie. Good stuff. We will be right back after this break for the beginning of the third quarter. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Tyrese Halliburton has been sensational.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
Second half underway. Here's who Rick Carlisle's got on the floor. We've got Nesmith, Obi Toppin out there with Thomas Bryant. Then it's Shepard, and it's Walker in at the 3, the small forward. And here's Indiana now, after the basket by Miami. Pass to Nesmith, shoots over Rozier. Rebound by the Heat.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all. Boy, they wasted no time getting the ball up the court. Great decision to push it and make the sharp pass to the rim.
Miami shooting their second attempt at the line tonight. Pacers trail by 8. Here's Shepard. They set the pick. Drives to the hoop. Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam.
And just a lack of fight right now on the defensive end.
Right? At least on that slam it was. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right, you could see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus.
An intelligent offensive player. Love analyzes defense as well and looks to score whenever he can.
Oh, got that one up quick. Nesmith's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Now here's Nesmith. Here's Toppin. And the layup is good off the glass.
Listen, the painted area is where Obi Toppin can be so dangerous. The athleticism and the tools he has, look out.
Pass to Jovic. Back to Rozier. Oh, misses the dunk. Pacers trail by 4. No question, this offense. Oh, hey, how about that?
BA, I'm not sure he should be flaunting around the rim like that with this game so close.
Oh, it's risky, but it sure did look good. Now here's Rozier. And no good. The dry spell continues. Neesmith passes to Toppin. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. And a slam dunk by Toppin.
My goodness, Toppin puts on a show. What a special dunker this guy is.
Pass to Highsmith. Here's the pick. Over Bryant. And the basket by Highsmith. And the Heat lead by 2. The Pacers have gone 6 of 7 and appearing confident in this half. Here's Shepherd. Love grabs the miss.
Hard to turn down a look that good. Still, long twos are losing favor, and misses like that are the reason why.
Now here's Rozier. Misses from short range.
He hasn't been able to find his touch this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now.
Here's Shepherd. Goes up and lays it in nice and easy. Shepherd's got 6 here in the quarter.
Whew, just selling the defense on the pump fake.
Here's Rozier, and it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Oh, my goodness. Terry Rozier showing big-time hops.
Kicks it out to Bryant for the lead. Love grabs the miss.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
For 3, Robinson. It doesn't go for him. For Indiana, they've gone 7 of 10 here in the second half. And so they foul intentionally.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Toppin outside. And he lobs it up to the rim. And the jam by Walker.
Beautiful setup on the alley-oop.
Great catch, great flush. Rozier looking around. There's a screen. Pass to Jovic from deep. It's rebounded by Indiana. 32 seconds left in the third quarter here. Here's Shepherd, pounded by Rozier. Oh, a dunk and a foul! A powerhouse move! He's got a chance for one more at the line. Terry Rozier picks one up, and a new group getting ready for Indiana. Miles Turner, he's checked in for Bryant. Pascal Siakam comes in for Toppin. Benedict Mathurin, he's checked in for Walker. And it's Nembhard in for Neesmith.
An explosive finish for a big man who doesn't always take it to the rim hard.
Yeah, he has the appropriate size to attack the rim, but he usually doesn't.
Well, he found an opening he liked that time and took full advantage of what the defense gave him.
And Siakam gets it to go.
Well, the versatility he possesses makes him a very tough cover, guys.
Three-pointer Rozier. No good. Would have counted had it gone. And we've reached the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific game thus far. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist to the game.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
I'll tell you, in today's game, you want skill and decision-making at every position.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. Hero and Jaquez Jr., they man the backcourt. Bam Adebayo is out there with Andrew Wiggins. And it's Ware in at the 5, down low. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Here's Halliburton. The Heat making their last shot. Here's Turner. Deflected. Fast break Miami. The 3 is up. Adebayo, no good. Indiana leading. Turner, a screen on Hero. Nembhard outside. Pass to Halliburton. Clock at 6. To the wing on the left. And here's Turner from the arc. Adebayo grabs the board. Adebayo's got his 4th rebound in this one. And they're on the break. Oh, there's a killer 2-hand slam.
Well, really nice delivery from Andrew Wiggins. We know he's a gifted scorer, but that will really smooth out his game.
Halliburton's got an open look. Nails the wide open jumper. And the Pacers lead by 1. Oh, this one has turned into an absolute nail-biter.
Yeah, at this point, you almost expect it to come down to the last possession.
Now here's Hero. Pass to Adebayo. Hero, screen on Siakam. Adebayo against Siakam. Puts up a 3. The rebound by Turner.
I'll tell you, this has not been his game, and he's making it worse with shot selection like that.
Siakam, the pass to Halliburton. Back to Siakam. Halliburton outside. It's hauled in by the Heat. Wiggins has got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Hero. Lays it up and banks it in. Hero's got 4 points this quarter.
You're busting his way inside. Hero making sure he kept moving toward the hoop.
Here's Turner. Banked it in off the glass.
Miles Turner comes up big in such a big-time moment. All right, Miles, we see you.
Halliburton with a steal. Turner with it. Now Wiggins defending. Benny hits it and gets hacked. A 3-point chance here if he can. And they're not happy with the call here. Coach has given the signal. He's going to use his challenge. Probably a good idea in such a close contest.
Miles Turner. The play is under video review under NBA rules. 2 minutes.
The NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
Now here's Adebayo. Pass to Ware. Just 5 to shoot. The 3 is up. Sends it home from 3-point land.
That's exactly the kind of shooting you need down the stretch to win games.
Turner, a screen on Jaquez. Halliburton for 3. Oh, Halliburton with the answer.
Such a clutch shooter. This guy lives for these kinds of moments and delivers.
Hero right side. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Hero's got 6 here in the quarter.
In these moments, Hero knows he has to step up, so he works hard to find the bucket.
Turner, a screen on Jaquez. Here's Halliburton on the take. Rebound Miami. Adebayo's got 5 rebounds tonight. Wiggins with it. Turner covering. Here's Ware. Oh, and Turner with a block.
Well, you're talking 6'11" and big-time length. Send it back, Mr. Turner.
Now Siakam. Excellent D there from Wiggins.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
Outside Jaquez. Driving inside. Yes!
Talk about stepping up in a big way.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment.
Now here's Halliburton. Pass to Turner. Back to Halliburton. And they foul intentionally. Now they're going to have to do that again. They're not in the penalty just yet.
Yeah, just trying to keep this game alive. Not a bad foul right there.
There's 14 seconds left in the 4th. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
He hits the first one, and that'll put him up 2. And so both free throws good, and it's a 3-point game.
Couldn't have asked for anything better there. Only a 3 can tie it now.
Turner, a screen on Jaquez. Halliburton, the pass to Turner. Can't get the 3 to fall. And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul. Good on the first, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. And he hits both free throws here, and it's a 5-point game.
Well, what a performer this guy is. Game is on the line. He stands up and delivers.
And so Miami takes the win. Look, thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For
2K Sports. So let's take a look at the Charlotte starting lineup. The guard spots filled in by Ball and Miller. Miles Bridges is out there with Williams, and it's Okogie in at the small forward. And for Miami, the guard pair will be Hero and Hawkins. Adebayo is out there with Andrew Wiggins, and it's Ware in at the 5 spot. Hero from long range. Well, Greg, this matchup features two teams that want to slow things down and run their offense in the half court.
Yeah, both sides are methodical. They want to get into their sets and create quality looks and also have floor balance. I would be surprised if we see a ton of fast break opportunities tonight.
And so it's the Heat hitting on the board first. Ball with a wide open look. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Miami's on 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter.
And using his length, getting in close to stuff it down. That's just too easy.
Williams, a screen on Hawkins. Ball out to Bridges. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
Aggressive, just an attacker. Bridges wants the rock, especially near the rim.
So, Stan, you can talk about this. We always hear about Heat culture at the Miami franchise from top to bottom. Everybody is all in and focused in one direction, aren't they?
Yeah, Kevin, I think that is the greatest strength the Heat have had as an organization is they are all on the same page. And I think they've done it in large part is they have great continuity. If you just look up and down their staff, guys have been there forever. And that allows them to have a very consistent culture.
And teams have tried to copy that, and it's been very hard, hasn't it?
Well, it's been hard because the part they leave out is the consistency part. You can't build that kind of culture when you're making changes with your coaching staff and your front office every 2 to 3 years.
And here is Bridges. After Tyler Hero hitting the three, sinks the triple.
Capable of scorching you from the perimeter. When Bridges has a great look, he takes advantage.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Hero kicks to Adebayo. They set the pick. 6 on the shot clock. That 3 off the mark.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
And Ware pulls it down. Miami leading by 3. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, thanks. Bam Adebayo talked about how his mentality has evolved over his career. He said, shoot the ball. I feel like that's been my evolution. It sounds very simple. And I came into this league as a defender. I feel like the progression's been shoot the ball, worry about everything else later. Kevin.
Certainly, DA is a two-way threat. And here is Hero. Following LaMelo Ball's 3. It's good. Hero's got 5 now.
Oh, and the touch on the interior. Hero can hit jumpers as well as capitalize in close.
And Ball slams it in.
Hey, dunks aren't always for the big fella.
A serious power move from the point.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring options.
Hawkins can't hit. Charlotte's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Ball with the bucket. He has 7.
Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
Outside, Hero. And the 3 off target. Hornets have gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. Outside, Ball. There's 31 seconds left in the first. Out to Miller. Pass the Ball. Three-pointer. And Ware pulls it down.
Well, it isn't for a lack of effort when it comes to getting up to three-pointers, but not much to show for it. He's going to lose the green light here very early in this game if this keeps up.
There's the three. It's all tied in Miami. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Miami, guys.
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Yeah, they've dictated the pace to this point, looking to run at every opportunity.
Setting the floor for the Hornets. The guard spots filled in by Ball and Miller. Williams is out there with Miles Bridges. And it's Okogie in at small forward. Drills the three-pointer. Adebayo's got the opening basket here in the second quarter for the Heat.
No hesitation from Adebayo there. Had to love seeing him taking this shot with confidence.
Bridges a screen on Hawkins. Ball with the bucket.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Hawkins with a wide-open look. And again, Miami with the triple.
The defense gave him a little space, and he took advantage.
Outside, Ball. And Ball slams it in.
And we've come to expect big things from LaMelo offensively. He loves to attack you on that end.
And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today, but you can't make it that obvious.
And Ball slams it in.
Get up, LaMelo. These Ball brothers can fly.
We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Outside, Hero. Hornets with the rebound. And man, is this team on a roll right now offensively, Greg. So fun to watch.
They're playing with so much confidence, which is why they're tearing it up on this end.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
Now, Hero. He's guarded closely. No one near Adebayo as he lets it go. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot.
Oh, great job moving the rock by Hero. Not a ball stopper. Tyler is a team player.
Here's Ball. Williams inside. Miller outside. Clock at 6. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off. Hawkins outside. Here's the screen. It's up a 3. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Williams has got 6 rebounds in the game. Ball against Hawkins. Bridges for 3. They get the rebound. Heat have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Here's Ware. Off target with his 3. And here's Miller. He'll bring it up for Charlotte. Williams sets a screen for Ball. Jump shot is good. Ball's got 19 points. And eventually every player, GA, has to grapple with age, realizing they've lost a step or 2 against the young fellas. And sometimes that is a very slow realization.
Oh, it is, Kevin. Hopefully by that point it's less about financial security and more about prolonging the inevitable, simply for the love of the game.
Williams kicks to Bridges. From outside, off the mark. For Miami, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. That puts them in the lead. Hawkins has got 5 points in the quarter. Charlotte's gotten cold from deep in the second quarter, just 2 of 6 from long range. Miller, here's a Kogi. It's blocked. Here's Williams. Out to Miller. Fires for 3. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
Loves hitting those threes, especially off movement. It makes Miller so tough to defend.
Outside, Hero. Lobs it up for Hackett. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And you can see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Williams finds Miller. Lets the 3 fly, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Williams.
3 points.
Williams has got 3 assists in the game. Now, Hero. He's got 8. Adebayo with a screen for Hero. And there it is for him. Hero's got 10 points in the game.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Here's Ball. And no good on the last second attempt this time. LaMelo Ball getting it done for Charlotte. He ends up dropping in 2 from distance, making a difference from long range in this one. And now we'll send it. Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Man, we're seeing a tremendous game from LaMelo Ball.
His play so far is what fans love about him. He has gone right at the defense time and time again.
Yeah, he hasn't been settling. He's getting to the rim, and that's him at his best.
We've got Kevin Love. Robinson is out there with Terry Rozier. And it's Highsmith in at the 3 spot, so that's who Eric Spoelstra starts the second half with. Man gets the bucket. Third quarter here, and 5 lead changes so far.
And guys, neither team has been able to pull away.
Rozier the pass to Love. It's rebounded by Charlotte.
You can hear him sputtering all the way over here. He knows he should have knocked that one down.
Took him no time at all on that one. Mann's got the lead up to 5 now for the Hornets. Robinson finds Rozier. From outside the arc, drains the 3-pointer.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Outside Williams. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
Robinson misses. Charlotte leading by 4. Here's Mann. He has 6. Green dishes to Williams. Good. Great play by Green to set it up. Williams has got 4 points in the quarter. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Rozier the pass to Jovic. Back to Rozier. Hits the 3-point bomb. Rozier's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
And this is why Rozier's out there. He knows he has the trust of his teammates to take that shot.
Inside, and finished off by Nurkic.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Yeah, I'd consider calling timeout right away after that one. The defense has to be better there.
Here's Diabate. It's hauled in by the Heat.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Robinson for 3. No good on that one. Hornets leading by 5. Green dishes to Nurkic. Banked in off the glass. Nurkic has got his second bucket of the game to go.
And you got to do more than that to stop Nurkic, using that muscle to just brush past the defender.
Rozier, and it's blocked. They retain possession. To the middle. Here's Jovic, and it's in there. Jovic has got his first 2 points.
Plays like that make the coach's life easy. Love the work rate he shows on the glass to get the score.
And get out of the way. Nurkic drives with tremendous physicality.
And the call will be against Yusuf Nurkic. That is his first foul of the game.
Team foul.
1:30 left in the third. Outside Rozier. Drives to the hoop. And the shot goes down. Rozier's got 5 points so far.
For Rozier to be effective, that's just what he has to do. Keep moving. Don't sit back and be passive.
The Heat trail by 5. Here's Jovic. No good from outside. And a fast break now for the Hornets. Here's Nurkic. Here's Diabate. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
That's why you never quit battling on the offensive glass.
And that's a nice reward for his effort. The flush. Perfect.
Well, that's what he does. He makes an impact with his activity on the board.
Green against Robinson. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Jovic. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Yeah, way to play and attack mode and get to the line.
The Heat shooting their first free throws of this one.
And just last season, they were at about 82% from the free throw line. So those numbers are always going to be positive.
And he's shown a great touch at the line. They've tested the big guy, but he's come through.
And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. And Miami going with a whole new group out there. And some changes here for the Hornets. We've got 22 seconds left in the third quarter. And here is Hero. 10 points for him. Oh, and there's the foul. It's on Josh Okogie. That's his first foul of the game. And the bonus will go to the free throw line.
And not the guy you want to send to the line. He has been automatic.
And so he hits both.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Right side, Ball. And here's Miller outside. And we've reached the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific game so far. Hornets ahead.
Welcome to the
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter, what is still anybody's ballgame. The Heat trail by 3, setting the floor for the Hornets. The guard spots filled in by Ball and Miller. Bridges out there with Mark Williams. And it's Okogie in at the 3 spot. Here's Ball. Solid play on the low block, and that one's good. Ball's got 21.
Well, you wonder why we're seeing so many points tonight. Just look at the D.
Not a lot of resistance, and trying to just outscore other teams, generally not the best recipe for long-term success.
Kicks it out to Hero. Tries again. He lays it in.
And this is why many are high on Hero. Possesses ability to kick it up a notch and just take over.
Miller sets a screen for Ball. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Hornets.
Well, they've been absolutely on fire from deep. And until the defense offers more resistance, the coaches are going to keep encouraging them to let it fly.
And another thing, the defense didn't clog the lanes. They took full advantage with their ability to attack the paint on a lot of those possessions. Big hops from the backcourt.
Oh, absolutely. And maybe just what they need to get this game, GA, going in their direction.
Yeah, what a huge dunk. Making a statement right there.
Here's Hackett. Williams with the block. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Pass to Miller. Williams, a screen on Wiggins. And Miller throws it down hard!
And what an incredible talent Miller is. What a ferocious finish there.
On deep, Adebayo. Nailed from three-point land.
Defensively, you can't back off him that much. You don't want to give up easy threes at this stage of the game.
Ball, the pass to Okogie. And it's Miller in the corner. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Andrew Wiggins.
And you watch Miller, he keeps the defense on its heels. They don't know what he's going to do.
So he comes up empty at the line.
Well, that's a rarity for him, not being able to cash in on the trip to the line.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Here's Hackett. The three-pointer, no good. Charlotte leading by 4. There's Ball with the 3. Rebound by the Heat. Adebayo's got his 4th rebound in this one. Let's go. Good. Nothing but net.
And that's right in his wheelhouse. Looking to make an impact when it counts.
Well, you know this is when they lean on him, and he delivers with a much-needed score.
There's Ball with the 3. Got a piece of it. Here's Hackett. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Adebayo against Bridges to tie it up. And the rebound goes to the Hornets.
Well, that wasn't a bad shot. Defense playing a little loose there. Sometimes it just doesn't go in.
For Miami, they've gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. Screen by Wiggins. Hero gets to Wiggins. Oh, and they take the lead. And the Heat lead by 1.
And pretty consistent from range. Wiggins has the natural tools to do a little bit of everything.
Here's Miller. And Miller throws it down hard.
Already, Miller showing he has no problem in the big moments. How about the gut from that young man?
Pass to Hackett. This one for 3. Rebound by Williams. Charlotte has gone 0-3 so far in the 4th quarter from long range. Okogie, the pass to Williams. Miller outside. Williams has a screen for Miller. Bridges with it. Nice pass in here by Charlotte. Just 5 to shoot. And here's Hero. He'll bring it up for Miami. Wiggins with it, and it's Miller picking him up. Nails the tray.
That is world class.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
The drive-by Ball. Got it. And tie game. That is a huge basket right there.
And Ball ready for these moments, showing he wants the rock in his hands. Love it.
Marquez against Ball. Marquez with the ball. It's good!
And they've got a foul to give here if they need it.
Miller with a screen on Hackett. Ball kicks to Miller. And stolen by Wiggins. And So the big win by Miami in a tight game. That was a fun night. Thank you, David. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. With Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony.